Cut. No cut. Sitharaman gets into arithmetic war with Chidambaram over capital expenditure. Senior Congress leader P. Chidambaram questioned why the centre has denied a reduction in the capital expenditure, to which Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said his claims are misleading and based on flawed comparisons. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Tuesday said the capital expenditure has not been cut, but has gone up to 11.21 rupees lakh crore for 202,526 fiscal, and there has been proportional increase in loans given to states for capital expenditure for the same year. But, soon after giving her reply during the question hour in the Rajya Sabha to former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram, she got into a mild back and forth with him on social media. While she said there is no cut in the capital expenditure from the previous fiscal, he claimed the opposite. Writing a lengthy post on X, Chidambaram questioned why the central government has denied a reduction, or cut, in the capital expenditure for the FY 202,425. He said it is simple arithmetic that the government has cut 92,682 rupees crore and 90,887 rupees crore, respectively, under the two heads budget estimates and revised estimates. I asked the reasons for the cut. The Honorable FM denied there was any cut. I am speechless. Sitharaman hit back saying his selective arithmetic and flawed comparisons may serve political rhetoric, but would not be helpful when it comes to informed public discourse. She took a swipe at his tenure, saying the current government's fiscal prudence may be unfamiliar from his days in office. The former finance minister P. Chidambaram's claims of a cut in capital expenditure are misleading and based on flawed comparisons. The government's fiscal prudence stands firm, reflective of ground realities and transparent fiscal management, something perhaps unfamiliar to Shri P. Chidambaram from his days in office, she wrote in a detailed post on X. She said budget estimates are prepared before the financial year begins and naturally evolve into revised estimates rebased on expenditure trends, implementation capacity, and emerging priorities. In FY 202,425, capital expenditure was influenced by several factors: the model code of conduct during general elections, extreme weather events, and lower than expected spending by states and certain central agencies. Additionally, many states failed to submit utilization certificates, making further fund releases imprudent. Clearly, the revisions were not due to fiscal constraints, she wrote. The finance minister said a year-on-year comparison shows clearly that the capex numbers have risen from B 202,324 at 10.01 rupees lakh crore to B 202,425 at 11.11 lakh crore. The B 202,526 for capex stands at 11.21 rupees lakh crores, which is higher than the one in 202,425, she said. Similarly, the RE 2,324 was estimated at 9.50 rupees lakh crore and the RE 2,425 is estimated at 10.18 rupees lakh crore. This clearly indicates an increase of 7.3. There has been no cut in the capex of the central government. Since 2021, outlays for capex by the central government have increased exponentially, she wrote. According to her, capex outlays be since FY 202,021 are FY 2021 4.12 rupees lakh crore, FY 2022 5.54 rupees lakh crore, FY 2023 7.50 rupees lakh crore, FY 2024 10 rupees lakh crore, FY 2025 11.11 rupees lakh crore, FY 2026 11.2 rupees lakh crore. The union budget defines capital expenditure, or capex, as funds allocated and used by the government to develop assets that contribute to economic growth. This includes investments in infrastructure, machinery, healthcare, education, and other essential sectors. Sitharaman said the capital expenditure was at 11.11 rupees lakh crore in 202,425. Actually, in the budget this year it has gone up to 11.21 rupees lakh crore. So, the capital expenditure has not been cut at all, she said. She said loans to states under the scheme for interest-free 50-year special assistance for capital expenditure has gone up proportionately. So, cutting down the capital expenditure is not the case with us, she added. Chidambaram sought to know the reason for reduction in the capital expenditure for FY 25 in the revised budget estimate to Rs 10,18,429 crore from 11.11 rupees lakh crore. Similarly, he pointed out that the special assistance to states was reduced to Rs 2,99,891 crore in the revised budget estimate from Rs 3,90,778 crore for FY 25. Replying to a supplementary on whether the centre monitors if states are using the funds for capital expenditure or any other things, Sitharaman said not that instant when the money is sent, I would not know whether it is used for capital expenditure. Gradually with time lag, various digital ways in which today money is put in specific nodal accounts for expenditure, the centre comes to know, she said. With PTI inputs and